Okay guys, this is a review of the 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited model. This is actually my car. I'm doing a review of this because I've noticed most of the reviews are from car dealerships, and their opinions are obviously somewhat biased towards the car. But this is an actual review by an owner of the vehicle, namely myself. I just picked this up. This is the Maximum Steel color. It's kind of a mix between a blue, a black, and a gray. These are the 18-inch wheels. 18 inches standard when you have the off-road package, as I do in this vehicle. This vehicle has the Off-Road Adventure 1 package, and that gives you basically skid plates and tow hooks. Additionally, this vehicle has the tow group. That gives you slightly different shocks in the rear suspension, heavy-duty engine cooling, the trailer hitch, and the plug. Additionally, this vehicle also has the power sunroof, the standard sunroof, not the panoramic one. So far, I really like the vehicle. I really do not have any complaints. I've put about 200 miles on the vehicle. Of those 200 miles, I've had no issues at all. It's used about a half a tank of gas so far with 200 miles. This also has the larger Uconnect system, which is an option. So you can see here, this is the trail rated badge. You get that when you get the Off-Road Adventure package. This camera does not zoom very well, so I'm going to take a shot on the inside through the door. As you can tell, it's got the larger screen. New for 2014 are the gauges as well. It has a screen in the center where you can customize what you want for your gauge. Additionally, new for the 2014 is the electronic 8-speed shifter. That's basically just a fancy electric button. The interior is also different with the navigation and Uconnect. On the exterior, I don't know if you can see, it's done away with the long antenna and it now has the shark fin antenna on the back of the 2014. It also has LED taillights, that is new. The entire back has been reshaped. The glass no longer opens up like it did on the 2013 models. Go ahead and open the back here. There is definitely a substantial amount of cargo room in the 2014 Grand Cherokee. I'm very happy with it so far. I've purchased these rubber mats that say Jeep on them. Got them online on Amazon.com. I think it cost $150 for all 5. The rear cargo, the 2 front, and the 2 back. This also has the button to close the back right here. It does have a flashlight in here. Since this has the off-road package, it has a full-size spare tire. Don't know if you can see that easily. Full-size spare. Some storage compartments on the side around the tire. Go ahead and close this. This also has the Park Sense backup sensors. When you put the vehicle in reverse, the sensors alert you if you're getting too close to an object. Take a look here inside the back of the vehicle. The back seats are actually quite comfortable. They recline. Additionally, you've got air conditioning vents here in the back. You have heated rear seats, USB ports for power, and a 115 volt standard household outlet. Get another shot of the front from back here. I will go ahead and start the vehicle so you could see how the gauges look. But again, I do apologize. It's going to be very squished on the camera screen. I can't zoom out too far with this camera. This is the V6. You could have gotten the V8 as well. Although I am quite happy with the V6. I feel it has sufficient power. So now that I'm in the vehicle, to start it, you basically just put your foot on the brake and press the button. So the vehicle is now on. The gauge I have right here is the electronic speedometer, but you can change all that with these buttons here. I haven't really played with them too much, so there's a lot of different features you can do. I think if you scroll to the left here, that brings you back to your regular gauge. You could display oil pressure, tire pressure, wheel articulation, all sorts of stuff. Here on the screen, this is the XM radio, which is free for a year. It also has media. This is actually quite nice. I didn't realize this. I have an iPhone, and when I put the phone in Bluetooth mode, it will actually pull all the songs wirelessly from my phone and put them here on the screen so that I can scroll through my phone. Controls. This is your heated seats, heated steering wheel. Again, I know this is a little blurry, I apologize. This is mirror dimmer, some settings here. Climate. Climate is your air conditioning control. It's all touchscreen. There's also some redundant controls down here, such as temperature. This knob is the fan speed, off, auto. Navigation. Navigation I like so far. One thing I didn't realize, and it was irritating me at first, is when you look at the map at night, it's just as bright as it is during the day. And I was wondering why it wasn't dimming. There's actually a knob over here. This is your interior lights. There's 2 clicks. All the way up is on. Second click means it's daytime all the time, and that will not allow your navigation screen to dim. If you release it from that second click, so it's free moving, then your navigation screen will dim when your headlights go on. I was having a lot of trouble figuring that out, but maybe that'll help somebody. Phone. It says no phone is paired. That's only because my phone has Bluetooth turned off right now. If I had Bluetooth turned on, it would work great. It would actually pull up my entire phone book. It would pull up last calls. Everything that I see on my iPhone I could basically use from the screen here. When you shut the vehicle, it continues to utilize the vehicle speakers. You can always hit transfer to your mobile phone. It'll take it off the car system and send it back to your cell phone. And then there's Uconnect with a whole bunch of apps. I haven't used this. I actually read a lot that when you register with Uconnect, it can cause some issues. The screen starts getting a little crazy, and some people have had a lot of problems. So as a result of that, I have not registered with Uconnect, and I really don't plan on it anytime soon until I start reading reviews that it's become more stable. Let's see what else here in the interior. This is the 4-wheel drive selector switch. I keep it in auto. Obviously, if you're going to be going off-roading, sand, snow, mud, and rock, you can adjust it accordingly. And all that really does is it just changes the stability control system in the vehicle. It's always in 4-wheel drive, so you're not really ever shifting it with the switch. This is hill descent control if you're going down a mountain, a cliff, or up. This is 4-wheel drive low. The shifter takes a little bit getting used to. I like it, I'm just really not used to it. You just have to press this button ever so slightly. You can press it more if you want, but you'll hear a click and you'll feel a mechanical release inside when you press it. This is just an electronic button, but it mechanically releases something. Then you shift to your desired gear and it returns back to the center. You can't see it on the screen here because I'm not in a gear, but actually I'll shift so you can see what I'm talking about. See where it says park, reverse, neutral, drive, and sport? When you put it in gear, such as drive right now, if you see next to drive there's a little number 1, and that tells you what gear you're in. So this is an 8-speed transmission, and as you're driving you can see the vehicle shifting because it'll keep changing gears. So it'll say 1, 2, 3 all the way up to 8 and back, and that's kind of nice because sometimes you don't know what gear you're in and you're just kind of curious, and that'll tell you. This also has paddle shifters right here and right here. I haven't used those. I don't plan on it, but it does have that feature. It also has the garage door opener built in. I like that. You can control the power lift gate from a button up here too. Inside map lights, sunglass holder. Again, I do have the sunroof on this. Down here in this compartment, you have basically your SD card, a USB port, and another power outlet, as well as a mini auxiliary in for the radio. Center console right here. It's fairly deep. No complaints with that. There's also a power outlet in there. And that's really my first impressions of the vehicle. I will we'll go ahead and take a spin around the parking lot here. I'm just going to put my seatbelt on, that way it doesn't continuously beep throughout the video, just so you can kind of get a feel for how the vehicle sounds. Alright, I just shut off the climate control. I'm sorry if that was making some noise. So I've depressed the brake. I'm now in drive, and we'll just go for a spin around the lot. It is definitely a quiet vehicle. I know you can't see it really with the camera right now, but it says 3 next to the drive letter, so we're in 3rd gear. One thing that a lot of people have been complaining about with the vehicle is the way the transmission shifts. When you start the car, by default it's in economy mode. And if you see that light right under the wheel, it says eco and the light is on. Basically what that does is it changes your shift point, or your shifting point, so it tries to stay in a gear longer to get you better fuel economy. I don't know if you can really hear it on the camera, but I could truly barely hear the engine as we're going around the parking lot here. It is definitely quiet. In terms of the eco mode, is it irritating? Yes, slightly. I tend to turn it off sometimes because it keeps you in a gear longer than I would like to be in that gear. It's all about fuel economy, and it defaults to on. I've read a lot of complaints online where people are, wondering if they could set that default to off. Right now, Jeep does not have a solution for that. It is the way it is. Hopefully in the future there will be a way to turn that off. But like I said, just turn the button off if you want, and it gives you a little bit of a sportier shifting in the car. So once again, this is the 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee. I do like it. I do recommend it. Again, I only have 202 miles on the car. You can see my fuel gauge is still a little bit above half. No complaints. If anything does change in the future, I will post an update. Some people have had problems with the screen, the gauges. It seems that the problems that people are encountering are mostly electrical or electronic, and that perhaps an update to the system will cure that. To update the system, the navigation, and everything else, it's basically a thumb drive that you need to put the data on, plug the thumb drive into the USB port, and then it updates everything. I haven't done that. I think this is the most updated firmware, but I have not checked that. So once again, I do recommend the Jeep. I do like it so far. I have no complaints, no electronic issues so far. I'd be interested to see other people's opinions that actually own the car. And again, my intent with this video is to actually show a real owner's perspective and not a video from a dealership, because their opinion is obviously biased. Mine is not. If I didn't like the car, I wouldn't have bought it. So thank you for watching. I hope this has been a little bit helpful. And if you have a Jeep, congratulations.